Hey guys, quick follow-up video to some videos I posted about my car's exhaust system. I had recently done one of the Resonator deletes on my Golf Sportwagen, and so it took a little while for me to get all the parts amassed to do this because I bought one of the pre-made delete pipes, a CTS Turbo version, and you need basically you need a single somewhat strange adapter to get this to work that I wasn't able to source off the shelf. I had 42 Draft Designs make one for me, and that's all that it required. And I also needed some metric size clamps from they're made by Miltech. I got them from ECS to make it all work. It took about an hour to cut the old Resonator out, get it out from under the car and install the pipe. Keep in mind I have a Unitronic downpipe, so I have an aftermarket downpipe, which I would recommend if you're interested in exhaust work on these Mark 7s and you think you're going to do a downpipe. Don't do anything until you get the downpipe, because the downpipe itself adds a very slight amount of tone. I would say it's almost not noticeable on the 4Motion vehicles, the All-Track and the Sportwagen that have the dual mufflers. So it's still worth doing that first, and then you can start talking about Resonator deletes or muffler deletes. But the Resonator delete, so there's no drone at all. So the droning concern was one that I had because I sit on the highway a lot in my car, let's say 70 miles an hour, maybe 73 miles an hour with the cruise on. And for me, then the DSG, that's like under 2,500 RPM, and I have zero drone. So driving in drive mode, where it's trying to upshift quickly and typically doesn't go much beyond 2,500 RPM, I don't really notice it. You get a little burble of DSG fart noises between shifts, sometimes from the 1 to 2 shift and the 2 to 3 shift. But for the most part, I would say it's quiet. If you stomp it, or if you drive it in sport and it gets to be in the upper 2,000 range, up to maybe 4,000, you're going to have raspy noises, farts, everything. It's actually really pretty fun. So it's kind of you can kind of turn it on or turn it off. If you don't want to have a lot of noise, just drive like a normal person. If you want to send it and drive in sport, you're going to have more noise. It's kind of cool. That's really all I have to say about it. The big reason I went with a pre-made delete pipe kit and the clamps and everything that I did was, if I didn't like it, my Resonator is hanging on the wall, I can just slap it back in. It doesn't take very long. But so far so good. I've driven it for several days here and done some highway drives and some other things, and I think it sounds great. There, I just kind of let it go a little higher, maybe up to 3,000 on that takeoff, and you get a fart noise when it shifts. It's kind of fun, but it is definitely a raspy sound, so not everybody likes that. I just think it's really hard, from all the videos and research I've done, to get these Mark 7 4-cylinder engines to sound decent. I mean, if you go with different mufflers or muffler delete, you're just going to have a lot of noise all the time. So at least with the Resonator, which its purpose is to just really kill some of that kind of a narrow band of RPM, to kill the noises in that RPM, at least you can control it. With the mufflers, you're going to basically have that noise all the time. So just something to keep in mind. But yeah, I think it's definitely a worthwhile upgrade if you want to try to get a little more tone out of your Mark 7.